That's a great question. I think there are a couple things that I would love to come out with me making this whole country record. I think one thing is that it'd be great for people to recognize that as a songwriter, you can be a Christian and not just have to write about Jesus in every song. Because I think as a person of faith, you know, my life is not compartmentalized. I don't have my life on Sunday or my life on Wednesday night and my life on Saturday. I'm the same person throughout that. So whether I'm writing a record for Third Day or writing, you know, a country record, my faith in God kind of shapes me as a person. So I think I would want people to know that I'm the same person and that I'm not going to change. And yet I can, as a songwriter, have these different challenges and these different things that I can talk about that don't necessarily fit within the Christian music genre when I write and when I'm making a country record. I'm a little biased. I'm kind of proud of the whole thing, so it's hard to pick, you know, one song that's a favorite. I guess there's a song called Julia Ann that I tried to write it in a way where you think it's one of those surprise ending songs. I tried to write, and I hope I'm not ruining the surprise by people who haven't heard the song. But the song, basically, you hear it and you think that this man is singing about this woman, Julia Ann, that's left him. And he talks about, you know, why did you leave me? And then at the end, you find out that she didn't necessarily leave, that she actually passed away. And that's kind of the big surprise moment. And I wish I could make a video for it. That'd make a cool video. But I'm proud of it because it's actually about my grandmother. And I wrote it in a way where you wouldn't know that you would think that a man's talking about a woman. But it's about my grandmother who passed away when I was in high school. And I was really close to her. And her name was Ann Julia. So I just kind of flipped her name around and wrote Julia Ann. And so it's kind of a song that I wrote for her. Yeah, Miracle is the new Third Day album. It'll be out November 6th, and I'm very fortunate to get to make two different records within a 6 month to year timetable, and not a lot of artists get to do something cool like that. And I made a Christian record and a country record, and I feel like they both stand on their own and are great records. Of course, I'm biased. I'm going to hopefully think that, but Miracle is a very different record for us in Third Day. We've got to work with a producer named Brendan O'Brien, who's one of the biggest producers in rock history. He's worked with great artists like Pearl Jam and Train and Bruce Springsteen, and most recently with The Fray. And so this guy who's made all these great records that we've loved for not only back in the day, but today as well, to get to work with him, to be the first Christian band that he's ever worked with, and to have him love the record. And there's one song specifically that we worked on that he said is one of the greatest things that he's ever recorded. So it's a really an album that we're proud of and can't wait for people to hear. And I think we found a great balance between being Third Day and who we are, and having that sound that people like who are Third Day fans, but at the same time kind of taking a step forward and in a different direction to have something fresh and new for our fans to hear. Yeah, there's a few songs that I think will surprise our listeners on the new Miracle CD. One is called Hit Me Like a Bomb, and I think it's very, very straightforward rock song that people haven't heard this certain kind of sound from us before. The other song that I think is very different for us musically is a song called Kickin' and Screamin', and it's really a fresh, different, cool sound that from Third Day that you haven't heard before, and it's one of those songs that I always like to play the records for my family, for the kids, to see how they respond. I feel like if my kids respond to it positively, in a positive way, that the fans are going to love it. And they run around the house singing the song all the time. So Kickin' and Screamin', look for that one. The work that we've done with World Vision has affected my life in a lot of different ways. And I think to not only be the lead singer of a band that's worked with an organization for so long to help bring about the message of World Vision and what they do, and to share that with our fans, but in turn to have our fans respond in such a positive way that in the past 15 or so years that our fans have sponsored over 20,000 children and helped bring about food for kids that don't get a lot of food, or clean water for families, or medicines that are much needed in third world countries, or education that's so important to kids. That's affected me not only from knowing that, but going to different places around the world, and specifically to Haiti, to see all of those things that I've talked about for years, to see that coming into effect, and to see these kids to not just see a picture of them, but to see these children, to see the joy that is brought in their life because of the work of World Vision and our fans.